Because now everything is directly plugged into the computer, so hopefully this solves the problem. Because, yeah, before I had to do it how I had it, otherwise it wouldn't work. Just pretty much one of those, like, if we're past the half an hour mark, I know we're in the clear on that. Yeah, I know, it's like, oh my gosh. But yeah, everything is now directly plugged into the computer, so we'll see what happens. Like I said, if we make it past the half an hour mark, we're pretty much in the clear at that point.
Edgar. Jeffrey, free time, William. What? No. What? A real... What?
Yeah, I mean, this thing's supposed to be a pretty strong computer, so I hope not.
My... Do you... My...
Okay, so yeah, this is the dialogue I haven't watched yet.
The pattern here? The epidemic, the link between Doris and Harriet, the suspicion of McCullum.
How could I? I never saw Harriet Jones again after she fled the hospital.
Doris and Harriet shared more than a hidden family bond. They were the embodiment of the epidemic and are linked to the Pembroke Hospital. Come on, Edgar, this is no coincidence.
I swear I'm at a complete loss. All I did was administer vampire blood to cure old Harriet. There was no evil plan, no diabolical plot.
You did what?
I tested the regenerating and healing properties of vampire blood on Harriet Jones. My only intention was to find the cure for influenza, I swear.
Whose blood did you use? William Marshall's? Mine?
Lady Ashbury's. While transfusing her with human blood, humanely appeasing her hunger, I also kept samples of her blood for my research.
You used her blood on Harriet Jones? My God, Edgar, that's unethical. You betrayed 2 of your patients at the same time.
Right, I admit it. I boldly ventured into experimental realms, but I've killed no one to appease my thirst for knowledge, Jonathan. I'm no murderer.
I never asked to become what I am, Edgar. You chose to conduct your rogue experiments.
You have worked beside me. You saw what I'm doing at Pembroke Hospital. Jonathan, you know I'm not an evil soul. Just another victim of this tragedy.
Oh yeah, so he's actually dying. So basically, you can either let him die, full-on kill him, or turn him. Oh gosh. I don't know if it's the correct decision, but I don't feel good about killing him. But then again, the epidemic is his fault. Then again, he didn't do it intentionally. Ugh.
No, Edgar, you are not going to die. Unless you want to.
What do you mean?
I can save you, Edgar. I can turn your broken body into one like mine.
Truly would. After all I've done, after all that's been said, you would offer me this gift?
I have no way of knowing which punishment would be worse, Edgar. But it is not for me to decide. So?
Oh, please, Jonathan, please.
Okay, to be fair, at this, like, with this one, he's getting his consent.
This is what I've always searched for.
Very well, then. Prepare to die and be reborn. To face an eternity of guilt.
I'm ready. Oh, indeed, I am ready.
Enough!
You're just like, nope, nope, no, no, no. So yeah, destroy Harriet Jones. Prepare to fight the disaster. So yeah, he dies regardless, but whether or not he comes back to life is up to you. Yeah, because I'm like, if Jonathan can, like, kill his sister and anything and, like, still find forgiveness, I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure he can find forgiveness too, especially if he did it unintentionally. But yeah, he is gonna have to deal with a lifetime of guilt for causing the epidemic.
So Harriet Jones became the original carrier when Edgar gave her vampire blood. I must tell Elizabeth.
So we see that fancy blow? This one's a top.
Well, yeah, it's not her fault either, because, like, she didn't know her blood was even being used for the experiments.
What is it, my dear?
I'm afraid it's bad news, Elizabeth. The worst, actually.
Please, speak up.
Edgar is no longer in McCullum's grasp. I resolved that matter.
Where is our good friend now? Is he well?
Of a sort. His injuries were mortal. I had no choice but to make him one of us. To save him. Or to punish him.
To punish him? I fail to understand. And what is the source of this cold tone in your voice?
Edgar Swansea was responsible for the Skull epidemic, Elizabeth. It was he who unleashed the deadly scourge upon London.
What? Are you certain? This is the most terrible accusation of all.
He confessed everything to me. He sought to cure the disease, to exploit vampire blood to stop the epidemic. But he unwittingly gave birth to a catastrophe.
All those poor victims. How could he do it? What happened?
Edgar gave no heed to ethics. His theory could have been proven to be correct, but he abused the confidence of his patients to test it.
I must say I'm shocked, Jonathan. Who would have thought it? And the poor patient. Let me guess. It was Harriet Jones, was it not?
Yes. That explains how Doris Fletcher was infected, and how she became an icon. She secretly visited her mother at Pembroke.
Then we have no choice. We must act quickly, Jonathan. We must return to the sewers and put an end to the threat poor Harriet embodies.
I have one more matter to discuss with you. Harriet Jones was the primary case, but do you know what a healthy carrier is?
There is a tone in your voice that frightens me, Jonathan. What are you trying to say?
It was your blood Edgar used for his experiment on Harriet Jones.
What? No. No. This can't be. Oh.
Elizabeth, are you all right?
I have to go.
What do you mean?
Leave me alone. Save the city, Jonathan. Save what can be saved.
Elizabeth, I need answers. Why did your blood
Stay
cause
away
this?
from me. Please. I swear I never was your
Wait!
enemy.
No! Elizabeth!
Yeah, well, of course, like, that's quite a revelation. Just to be like, yeah, even though it definitely wasn't your fault, like, it was unintentionally, partially your fault, and now she's gotta live with the guilt of that.
Now would be a good time to blend the recipe Marshall used when he fought the disaster. I think I know where to find what I need.
Well, plus, we still haven't met his sire yet. Oh, yep, we're going all across London to go grab everything. Oh, yep, Swansea's back, so let's go to the West End first. Die! Drop of William Marshall's blood from Lord Redgrave. Obtain a drop of King Arthur's blood from Joffrey. Search for insulin in the old morgue at the Pembroke Hospital.
Lord Redgrave will have to stay.
Unless he's lying. Find Redgrave.
Good evening, Elisham. Do you need... you?
Well, I know there is a back entrance. Because naturally Redgrave's not going to want to talk to us after not turning Dawson. It's like, no, screw you, that guy was an evil piece of crap even when he was human. So yeah, here's the back entrance. Haha! I found this on accident earlier, but yeah, it turns out that was our drawbridge.
I'm still a persona non grata in the Ascot.
Of course, now we're gonna have to fight all of them.
Lord Redgrave.
He's almost dead. Although I gotta be careful because I'm almost dead. Alright, cool. Alright, serums and blood serums. Cool. Alright, what do we got at this point? Bunch of stamina serums. Alright. Yeah, Redgrave might be in the basement. Now the question is, how are we gonna get his blood without killing him? Unless we just have to kill him. Which is entirely possible, but then you better save all his blood, otherwise if you run out, you're screwed. Yep, there he is.
Good evening, Lord Redgrave.
What are you doing here, traitor? I shall smite you for this audacity.
I'm not here to bicker, Lord Redgrave. I can put an end to this epidemic, but I need your assistance to do so.
Good. We've held out thus far, but the time has come to put an end to this crisis. Tell me, what do you need?
The blood of William Marshall.
Blood of William Marshall? Of my maker? Are you mad? His blood is the purest of all. My maker proffered it to me on the battlefield. I cannot hand it to you.
This is more important than the club, you or me. This is London's last hope.
I see. Well, in that case, given the gravity of the situation, I suppose I can spare you a job.
Thank you, my lord.
If you manage to save the city, you'll prove yourself a veritable servant of the crown. So Godspeed, Dr. Wood. Our fate lies wholly in your hands.
Well, it's good we got him to see reason. It's just like, yeah, dude, if I don't do this, London goes down. Alright, so then we gotta go to kind of the area near the graveyard, and then we gotta go back to the morgue. It's bad in the context of this story. Because we are playing as a Londoner. It's called role-playing, Zachman. Jonathan's been through a lot of crap. Yeah, and then we gotta go talk to Joffrey at some point. Well, plus I can make some more blood serums, that'd be good. Oh, you didn't die. Gotta hate when that happens. Like, you think you killed the person, but they have, like, 1 hit point left or something along those lines. The lore! Because, I mean, it could be someone completely different, but they're kind of setting William Marshall up to be his sire. But it could be somebody completely different. Which I guess would explain why he'd be so passionate about getting this resolved, because he's like, I'm doing this, but for reasons I can't explain, I have to have what my sire do instead. Well, I guess to be fair, maybe the difference is the fact that Jonathan's a doctor and he knew he could solve the problem, which, of course, is still not fair to Jonathan. It's like, yeah, you strip his humanity away. He has every right to be angry at you. Especially since the first act he did was kill his poor sister. After she had lost, like, her entire immediate family. Alright, we're almost to the hospital. Filthy piece of shit. Alright, so I think the plan is I'm gonna go talk to Swansea. Or no, go to the morgue, then talk to Swansea, and then go talk to Joffrey.
I cannot use garlic. There may be a substitute in the Pembroke Hospital drug storage.
Oh, that's why he's trying to find insulin. Well, I know I'm not going to be leveling up for a while because by turning Swansea, we lost. Basically, we're like, yeah, at a net of negative 1,500 experience. Looks like they've infiltrated. Or no, this is the morgue. Just die already! Alright, so okay, so that's... Because I know we went to the morgue towards the beginning of the game, and there was barely anything to do upstairs. That explains why. Because we were going to be coming back here, and then it was going to be plot relevant. Adding some more bodies to the morgue, yeah, that checks. Never mind, I guess this is still just a placeholder. Joffrey, you're annoying. You're annoying, and so are your subordinates.
There it is. Insulin. Much more efficient than garlic against blood poisoning and sepsis, and much less dangerous than meat. Thank you, Dr. Blescu.
Okay, so that's why they needed that. It just back in the 1600s, they're like, garlic will do the trick. Which at the time it did. It's just he's like, yeah, preferably I prefer not to do that. Because William made it sound very unpleasant. Alright, so then we're gonna go talk to Swansea. Be interesting to see if I get enough experience to get out of the hole by the end of the game. Probably, but depends on how many bosses I'm gonna fight before the final boss. Which I'm assuming is gonna be Harriet Jones unless she's a red herring, Alright, Swansea's in his office. Likely in his office. Alright, I can just check for him. See if he's not in his office right now, though it says there's new dialogue. Alright, yeah, if I can't find him, I'm just gonna go find Joffrey. Suppose let me see if I can make any resources while I'm here. Antidote. A serum created by the following by following the Tears of Angels recipe, with insulin instead of garlic to enhance protection against disaster's infection. It definitely makes some blood syringes. Okay, that's all we can make. Yeah, definitely make some health ones. As many as I'm allowed to make. Then I'll make some fatigue medicine. Alright, go with that. Because I can't do any further upgrades of my weapons, because I've maxed those out. Well, it seems like that finally stabled out the computer, because I guess I just didn't think to do that because I had so many problems when I attempted that initially, like a year ago. But I guess since I changed my setup now, it's just the most optimal solution. I wish it wasn't so random.
There's one of them. Look, watch yourselves.
Because, yeah, you think that would have been the solution right off the bat, but it somehow made it even more unstable back in the day. Hey, Joffrey, can you stop being a turd for 5 seconds? Thanks for the loot!
Steady, boy. Right, Bernie.
How about now? I am 9 levels below you and I'm kicking your butt. The power of a level 5 weapon. Because of course he's at the cemetery, why would it be anything else? Yeah, I can tell Joffrey's here too because a lot of his lackeys are here as well. The powerful Sami. Alright, yep, go this way, and then we got some skulls to deal with.
Good evening, Vampire Hunter.
Are you here to end me, Leech? You'll find I will not be killed easily.
Not at all, McCullum. I am here because I need you.
Really? I'm intrigued. Speak up, then.
I need the blood of a king. The blood of Arthur. I'm certain you possess it, and I must have it.
The guard's most sacred and precious relic. Why would you? You found Marshall's memoirs. Should have destroyed that book.
I need the antidote to save this city, McCullum.
It is within me to take your words as truth. I want to, but I must know more. What precisely are your plans?
I have found the carrier, McCullum. The infection source. It may be science or some supernatural power that's responsible for all this. but I will harness either or both to end the epidemic.
A vampire doctor. My God, you're a terrifying creature. Jonathan had agreed.
Do you not understand? We wanted the same thing from the outset. A means to end this vampire epidemic.
Not enemies. Maybe that is so. Take it then. I see no other hope for this city. If this is some trick, you will be damned.
Thank you. Can we speak more?
Indeed. Why not?
Why are you here?
The man who raised me after the brutal murder of my parents is buried here.
Were both your parents killed by vampires?
Yes. And yet worse. My father returned to Dublin a vampire and tore out my mother's tongue.
Oof.
And who was this man?
Carl Eldridge, one-time leader of Prewood. Killed my father in front of me. Helped me hunt my brother Ain after teaching me how to kill leeches.
What will the Guard of Prewood do now? Will you stop the Great Hunt?
Yes. But we shall continue to protect innocents from beasts like you and your red-headed friend.
How long have you known Lady Ashbury? Where is she? And what will you do to her?
We saw you meeting her, so of course we investigated. She is gone. Our scouts reported she has sold some paintings and departed for an unknown destination.
Like me.
I am indebted to you for sparing me at Pembroke. But this won't always be the case. I'm no coward like those St. Paul's stone others.
Adieu, vampire hunter.
Until we meet again, blood drinker.
And thus they became friends in a weird way. Or at the very least, respectful acquaintances. Well, especially after finding out his backstory, I'm like, yeah, you can tell he's just passionate about protecting humans. And now we really know why. It's because, yeah, I mean, he has every reason to hate vampires for what happened with his family. Alright, find a hideout to create the antidotes. Let's go back to the hospital. Yeah, somehow this one guy got everyone to unite. You got the Ascalon Club leader's blood, you got Javri's blood, and then he went to the morgue to go get some insulin. Also, he can stop Harriet and maybe something else. Alright, we have antidote.
Time to go and find Harriet in the sewers.
Alright, so we're headed back to the West End. good. Just, yeah, work is pretty straightforward, so that's all I can ask for. And now for the thrilling conclusion to Spooky Month. The 3 minutes of it that I have. Although, let's be honest, I'm gonna be in that mood until I actually go to bed tonight. Plus the couple days afterwards to wean off it. Yeah, because I'm not taking the backdrop down until the end of the streaming week. But this will be the last of the actual Spooky Month content, because yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be starting up Mario Wonder, and Thursday I'm going to be starting up Baldur's Gate 3.
This is Ascalon's.
Alright, where are we going now? I am going the... Well, actually, I think I might be able to take a shortcut. Yeah, we're definitely going to be fighting all the forces in the streets. The Skulls, the Ascalon Club, and the Knights of... or the Guards of Priwen. All of them.
The power of the Lord commands you. God walks with me.
How about no? So yeah, this is a dead end. The thrilling conclusion as soon as I get over there. Okay, so yeah, I just needed to take that gate. Yeah, because now we're in the residential district of this area. Yeah, it definitely seemed like it. Alright, so I'm pretty sure there's a way to cross the river. I just gotta find the point. Yep, here we go. I might as well consume some rats to get our blood meter back. That's definitely what I've noticed about easy mode. It is way harder to get blood in this game, or in that. You pretty much have to rely on those syringes for the most part. Because you pretty much do so much damage, you don't even hardly ever get the feed prompt in battle. Insta-kill. Alright, then I gotta go north. Oh yeah, we're pretty much heading over to, Sean's neck of the woods. Oh gosh. Now the question is, how do we get over there? Because it seems like that's the only way to get over there. Because, yeah, it seems like we're supposed to just head north and that's the only way to get over there, but it's blocked off. Unless we have to go through the building. No, that's a dead end.
I cannot enter.
No, that's also a dead end. The greatest challenge of this run up until this point, figuring out where the heck to go. Oh, I really just say I'm going down here, just... It's not exactly the most straightforward thing on the planet.
It's locked, all right.
Okay, Harriet Jones.
They've all been slaughtered. Everyone. No, not their style.
Oh yeah, wow. Yeah, unless Elizabeth did it, just out of guilt, I don't know. Follow the blood trail.
step further, child, for you are unprepared.
You, at last. I wondered when you would show your face again. Step away. We have nothing to discuss.
Desist, child. You cannot confront the monstrosity unleashed upon this land without due preparation. I shall not allow it.
All right. But no more riddles. Enough of the obscure songs and prophecies. I ask questions, and you answer them.
My words have been as clear as crystal lakes, my child. You seem unwilling to drink, to listen, to learn.
Why did you choose me?
Only you could provide a modern, scientific answer to this ancient, mystical threat.
What kind of modern answer?
Disease, contagion, and contamination. How they course through veins is your dominion, my child. Your choices have made you. Only you can save this land.
Speak to me of this ancient threat.
The blood of hate, vessel of the wrath of the goddess. When she awakens, a disaster will be born into this world, for she is hunger and anger.
What is your true appearance?
I do not understand. This is who I am.
Blood. You are made of blood. Surely you are joking.
Why would I? And no, I'm not made of blood. I am blood. Blood is what I am since my birth and for eternity.
But who are you really? Tell me your name.
I am your maker. I am the servant of the Red Goddess and protector of this land. I have many names.
Just give me one then.
There are those who call me Merlin Wild, the Wild Horned Man. But I never was a man. I was born out of blood.
I'm here to stop Harriet Jones. She is the original carrier. The well from which this corruption flows.
I have heard you, but be wary. Harriet Jones's mind is no more. She has metamorphosed into an apocalypse, born from, drenched in, and driven by the blood of hate.
What is the blood of hate?
It is the curse of the goddess. It is the hunger in you, the need for blood, the will to strike and to punish, to spit in the eye of God.
Tell me about this disaster. I know London fell victim to such a thing in 1666.
A disaster is pure anger poured through blood. Its name means bad star, for they only appear when our queen unleashes her unquenchable wrath upon the world.
And who is this queen?
She is the Red Goddess, the queen of blood. In my youth, 100 lifetimes ago, she was worshipped as the Morrigan. She is my mother. She is yours, too.
The Morrigan, the Celtic goddess of war. Is this a ruse of some kind?
She has been worshipped in many forms throughout the ages. The true nature of the Red Queen is beyond your comprehension, eluding even mine. But know this, she is a vengeful mother.
So the disaster is some sort of accident. The disease vampires carry dormant in their blood, waiting to emerge.
That's your modern answer. But a disaster is at the same time both less and more.
Tell me what it is then, in your own words.
A disaster is the pure will of our queen. Whenever she dreams of walking this earth,
know how to put an end to this epidemic.
To perform an act so noble, you must protect yourself from its poisonous kiss, my child.
I know. McCullum used such a serum when trying to kill me. However, I have produced a more efficacious version of the antidote.
Your final task awaits you at the end of these tongues. I've known for ages you were worthy of this challenge. My champion, Bitters.
What will happen thereafter? What future awaits me beyond these dark tunnels?
Your fate, my child, and the fate of this land. A disaster is about to enter this world to smite us all and teach us humility. You are our final hope.
Will it be over then? Once I've defeated this creature?
Yes. The threat will dissipate like so much smoke. For you have purified its soul.
And then what? What will become of me?
How can I know? I have no God, and your fate is in your own hands. For you are our champion.
You tricked me. My sister died for your schemes. I have brought suffering and tragedy into this world. I am not, nor will I ever be your champion.
Very soon you'll come to know that sacrifice is sometimes necessary. I understand the grudge a child bears towards his father and mother. Be brave, my child.
He's like, I'm not apologizing.
These poor skulls didn't stand a chance. I have this thirst for blood.
Oh, yep, she looks exactly like Doris, except somehow worse.
Oh, I'm sick. So sick. Doctor, help me, please. I'm in such pain.
I'll be glad to be of assistance.
Oh, I'd like your help, Doris. Liars, all of you. My poor baby. I've been such a bad mother. The Queen herself forgave me. Gave me another chance.
Harriet, you must stop all of this. I can't let you infect anyone else.
How dare you interfere with the Red Queen's plans, Doctor? How can you stop the course of nature? My daughter from me!
Red Queen's avatar. Defeat the disaster.
No one could ever defeat you, Mother of us all, for you are our every root and leaf.
You've always been my most princess.
Then go back to sleep, my queen, and smile at us from your dreams.
Did they feel my love? Have they suffered enough?
More than ever, Mother of us all. Until the next time.
And John's like, good riddance, enough of you people.
So, over then, your record. You have put an end to this terrible menace.
Oh, Richard. What are you doing here?
This is my realm, Emerald. This is Silver Skull territory.
But they were all massacred. The monstrosity that Harriet became.
Others will come, engendered by deceit and vampires. I don't mean you, of course.
I thought you had been slaughtered with all the other Silver Skulls.
I was up above, in search of help when Harriet suddenly turned into that thing. I had no idea what it was.
It's over now. London is no longer shrouded in the disaster's shadow. We're all safe.
Yes, you prevailed in the end. I hope you'll forgive me for the way I treated you when first you presented yourself at our gate.
No need to apologize.
Perhaps there will be no stories told or songs sung of what happened here today. But I'll know the truth. Jonathan Reed, newborn vampire, stepped forward and saved us all.
I'm honored to be part of the city's legend. Thank you, Bridget. May I ask you just one question?
How could I refuse you anything now? I'll answer just as I answered Lady Ashbury when we met a few nights ago.
Who are you? Really?
I was born with the name Bridget Eleanor Wellington. In 1738, my beloved and immortal husband decided to preserve my beauty and youth forever by making me drink his blood.
You were Lord Redgrave's wife. Then the pompous fool rejected you, did he not?
It was about 200 years ago. He's found me in time. And I sincerely hope he will find you too, now that all is over.
No, it's not over. I may have ended the vampire epidemic, but I still need answers from the woman I love.
I feared you would say that. Go then, young Akon, and face your fate. Just remember that I'll always be here for you.
Wow, that plot twist.
London has been cleansed. This catastrophe came about when an ancient malignant will crossed paths with mortal imprudence. For now, we are safe. For now, my craving for blood remains. Red like hate, red like hunger, red as life and death, passing from one mortal to another, from predator to victim, patiently biding its time to rise again. London has been cleansed for now, but there's a simmering hatred, fear, and old grudges. When will we succumb, mortals and immortals alike? The next disaster is only a matter of time. My only hope now is to catch the woman I love, to understand why she fled, and unmask the secret that has been lurking in her blood for so long.
Yep, we're completely getting out of London. Jonathan drove a car.
Well, this is it. Lady Ashworth's domain. Why am I not surprised it's not on any maps? I'd better hurry.
Chapter 7, Healthy Carrier. Find out why Elizabeth's blood creates disasters.
Can't you just leave me alone?
Exactly.
Your precious queen has been sent back to the bottomless pit from whence she came. And the nightmare is almost over. I am here to say goodbye. The sun's warmth exhausts me. Soon I will rejoin my queen in her endless sleep. It is over. You did well. So our beloved mother will just go back to sleep. Now that enough people have suffered. Is that it? No, Jonathan. The Morrigan has been appeased because you dared confront her. You have prevailed, my bittersweet champion. And what are you to her? Her counterpart? Her opponent in some timeless game? She is my mother, my dreadful and sour-tempered mother. She is yours too, in a way, but you are not born from her terrible womb like me. You are but a distant child. What does she seek? Revenge? Retribution? She seeks nothing. This is truly dreams of it. In the ancient town when I was young, her name meant ghostly queen. Pray she never fully awakens, for her wrath knows no bounds. Why did Harriet Jones become a disaster? You are the doctor. You hold the knowledge needed to answer such a question. Have you the answer? I noticed that all the icons were female, as if a male couldn't endure the metamorphosis. Harriet was also a bitter and resentful woman, as was her daughter. If the Morrigan prefers to destroy women to become the vessels of her wrath, we should be thankful that but one disaster has been cast on this falling world. Icons seem to carry various diseases. They did not merely turn people into scowls. Their presence alone spreads death. Who knows whether the Red Queen awakens when cursed mortals endure such epidemics, or if the contagions emerge like a curse as she awakens. This is not over. I am here to find the true origin of the blood of hate. It is unwise to interfere with a tale rooted so deeply in the suffering of others. What will happen to Ascot? Will you let them run the country from the shadows? I don't interfere with petty political intrigues. Ascot was built on the lie of a lineage. Such a disease cannot last forever. But Lord Redgrave definitely possessed Marshall's blood. Untainted blood from the greatest vampire knight. I wonder how he managed to acquire it. Perhaps I should retrieve this artifact before going back to sea. What will become of the vampire hunters? They will never stop searching for William Marshall, for he escaped their two victims. Remember that you too are now their darkness. What will become of the Brotherhood? I foresee trouble for them now that your progeny considers becoming the new primate. But I'm certain that the current primate has no wish to resign. Exactly. And I am not fully convinced your progeny truly understands what dreadful power he is about to defy. I must know why Elizabeth fled here when I discovered she was the original healthy carrier.
No, she is not what you say she is. That is a secret you would discover soon enough.
And you? Why are you here? Which new thread, which old twisted plan you seek to pull now? Tell me the truth.
I am just here to soothe my sons and to bid them farewell.
Your sons? Plural? Oh my God, will you ever stop speaking in riddles?
Perhaps you all dreams spoken language. Perhaps you now have so many schoolgirls you no longer hear the simply spoken.
Tell me about William Marshall. Why is his blood so strong?
He's not stronger than you, only older. You are strong, Jonathan Reed. A champion of your time, chosen to defeat the threat sword of this generation.
Is he here? Is William Marshall here? Is that why you're here now too?
And I already answered that question.
His blood was not tainted. The blood Lord Redgrave possessed. That which I used in the serum. But what if it had been?
Then you would have failed, I suppose. For the blood of hate would have corrupted you too.
I was gonna say, unless in some weird plot twist, Elizabeth is William Marshall.
When he fought me, Jeffrey McCullough
And went under a male alias. Guess we'll find out.
Since then, I have discovered that it was vampire blood. Whose blood was it?
You just said it. It was the blood of a king. The blood of the champion I chose to save this land in its time of greatest peril.
King Arthur was also your progeny. Why am I not surprised?
Yes, he was. But he failed in the end. And for centuries the land suffered his defeat.
Who are your sons? Why do you bid them farewell now?
You are my son, as is William Marshall.
This is madness. How many have you created? Who else? Shakespeare? Isaac Newton? Alfred the Great? Francis Drake? Thomas More? Guy Fawkes?
My progeny is scarce, for I rarely feel the urge to protect this land anymore. But yes, one of those you named is your older brother. Maybe you should read him.
He's just like, I was kidding.
Puppets created to defeat some threat born from a dreaming devil.
No, you are my sons. I am proud of you. I mourn when you fail.
Speak clearly then, and answer my last question.
What is it?
Did I defeat the epidemic?
Now you found the castle, Jonathan Reed. Only you can answer that. Farewell, my child. I shall dream about you.
Now go screw off, old timer.
It's locked. The castle walls are decrepit. Maybe I can find a way to sneak in.
Oh, yep, there's no map. Mary Englewood, born Whitaker. Robin Englewood. That's a dead end. Okay, that just loops.
It's locked, all right. The Lady of Manor isn't expecting visitors. Maybe it's just my imagination, but I think I smell Elizabeth's perfume.
London, 4th August, 1865. Dear Lady Ashbury, thank you for your recent letter and all the good news it contained. Can't wait to finally meet you when you arrive in London. The garden is beautiful under the summer sky, although I noted you wish to avoid heat and direct sunlight because of your frail health. You're welcome any day. We'll discuss this wonderful idea of yours concerning the foundation of an orphanage for young ladies inspired by the French Maison Royale de Saint Louis sadly closed when its French people chose, my God, I can't even write these words down, to cut the king's head off. Such a place destined to provide a good education to gifted but poor orphan girls will surely excite my friends here in the city. You can count on me and my influence to help make your project a huge success. Yours ever sincerely, Countess Alexandra Somerset.
She must be here somewhere.
Portrait of Elizabeth Blackwood. Ashbury Castle, 21st September 1795. Dear Mr. McAllister, as new legal owner of the Ashbury estate, I intend to quickly engage in the overdue maintenance and repairs of the walls and the crypt of the castle. Among the few architects I invited to send forth proposals, I was most impressed by your respectful approach concerning renovations on historical buildings and their preservation. I will be glad to meet you at your convenience. I request of you to speak to you directly and not your assistants. Any evening of the next month to be agreeable. You may come to the castle, or I can meet at your office as you prefer. If you agree to come to the castle, I can show you the kind of repairs and modifications I have in mind concerning the crypt, which may need considerable work and reconstruction. Very sincerely, Lady Ashbury.
Like most castles, this one has a crypt. It holds something special inside.
Portrait. Oh, there's his portrait.
Elizabeth, my love, you allow my portrait to watch everyone you see. This castle is falling apart.
Picture of Lady Ashbury in Paris, 1888. Oh yeah, it really God, why she doesn't come here that often.
That's Elizabeth's perfume. She was here, and recently.
Portrait of Lady Ashbury by Vincent van Gogh, 1885. Dunbarrow Sanatorium, Scotland, 27 July 1909. Dear Lady Ashbury, I thank you for your previous letters and ardent discussions about vampire folklore. It's now obvious we share an opinion concerning scientific and modern approach toward the need for blood and the cure of addiction. I must confess I admire your charitable attitude when I met you at Dunbarrow Sanatorium, and I'm still impressed by your kindness when talking with humble and poor patients. I was delighted to read about the position of administrator at the Pembroke Hospital you offer. It will be for me an occasion to get back to the busy streets of London after years of public service in the beautiful but fair quiet of Scotland. I'll be glad to meet you there and to discuss with you further about immortality, its advantages and disadvantages, and how to enhance your condition. I look forward to our next meeting. Yours sincerely, Dr. Edgar Swansea from 9 years ago. Portrait of Elizabeth and Jacob Blackwood in Versailles, 1788. This castle really is falling apart, jeez.
This painting looks suspicious. I can't believe
Oh yeah, my blood meter is very low, so I should probably consume some rats.
I have this thirst for blood. This is despicable.
So many rats.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Oh, and they spawn in infinitely, too.
I have this thirst for blood.
Alright. So now the blood meter's full. No, that's a dead end. Inverness, 11 February 1807. Dear Miss Ashbury, when we last communicated, you asked for the conveyance of a large coffin from Temple Church, London, to the crypt of the Ashbury Castle in Scotland. Happy to report your request has been finally validated. My drivers have been informed that for security reasons, guard must always protect the coffin. You've hired these individuals who will be waiting for us in London. They've also informed that under no circumstances should the carriage try to pass a river by boat, but always by road and bridges, for the precious wood and relics inside the coffin cannot be exposed to humidity and moisture. You'll find a detailed quote for the entire operation attached to this letter. We are ready to go to London as soon as the payment's received in full. Very respectably, Samuel Lewis, independent contractor. Yeah, pretty much. Alright, so yep, that leads back over here. Okay, so that just unlocks that whole situation. Yeah, I might have to look this up. Well, actually, there is another letter. Dear Lady Ashbury, I wish to confirm that my men will be at your castle next Monday to begin the new work on the crypt and its access. The plans have been approved, and I'll personally be on site to supervise the installation of the locks and security measures you've requested. I can also assure you that my men have been briefed about never entering the crypt itself or the second floor of the castle. I must say I'm proud to continue and enhance the work started by my great-grandfather when employed by your ancestor in 1795. Very sincerely, Angus McAllister. I mean, I get why she had to be so secretive, because she doesn't want to get found. Alright, let's see where we're going here. That's pretty specific. No wonder I kept running in circles.
A sword and a moon are the symbols I should look for. What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work. One last switch, and here's another switch. I should keep looking. One last switch, and what are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work. One last switch.
Alright, so yeah, I'm looking for a moon symbol.
Here's another switch. I should keep looking. One last switch, and
Alright, have a good night, Joe.
voila.
There we go. Yeah, I kind of remember it being the fireplace from what I've seen people's playthroughs, but I forgot how to do it. Or I just didn't know. Alright. An angel came to me in 1217. Blessed be by God, to God. Michael appeared to me last night, in all his glory, shaped in glorious blood to grant me eternal life at the dusk of my life. The apparition was so sublime and terrible that I could not help but lower my head and close my eyes. Struck by the divine gift, I fell to the ground, only to wake in the next night. You will serve me as you served your king, said the angel before striking me with his power. You'll protect this land through the eons to come. For all who knew me, I should now hide and retreat, for they consider me dead. Soon I'll leave the company of men to serve my new purpose. Blessed be God. 1350. Michael appeared to me last night in the retreat under Temple Church and asked me to prepare for battle. The land must be saved. Death is everywhere. The Black Death. An epidemic sent by the devil himself to punish mortals all over the world. My arm is strong. In the name of God I shall smite the enemies of mankind. England shall prevail. 1569. It's almost 20 years since my fight started against the devil, and the end is uncertain. From time to time, the plague, the Black Death reappears in the village, in a town. Each time the vicious minions of hell approach to get their share on the mortal suffering. Vampires, dreadful creatures. I won't let this land collapse. Until my last breath, I'll serve and protect England. 1578. Tonight in the small village of Hodison, I met the most delicate soul I've seen for a long time. She was singing for the dead, singing those she knew and loved, those killed by the new plague outbreak, without fearing for her own life. Her voice moved me, so I chose to let her live. I offered her eternal life as a reward for her virtue and most pious attitude. Her name is Elizabeth Englewood. I'm not alone anymore. Together we shall praise God in all his glory for the eons to come. So it confirms she got turned in 1578. 1618. My heart is breaking. My soul is bleeding. Tonight my dear Elizabeth left me. I taught her all I knew, all she needed to know. Now she must walk her own path through the ages. This is her wish, and I will respect it. Elizabeth Englewood, my sweet daughter, is gone, for she wants now to be known as Elizabeth Blackwood. I made her a promise. If she ever comes back to Hodison, she'll find me there, managing the Bull Inn her parents owned before dying. William Marshall shall disappear for a few times, too, now the Black Death is no more. Until we meet again, I shall be known as William Thorne, waiting for my angel to come back. So this is William Marshall's tome. The devil's at work again. The Great Plague is back, reaping thousands of lives in London. I must sell the Bull Inn and go there. Once more, William Marshall shall protect the land. 1666. What have I done? I let the devil infect me. God forgive me. The terrifying creature at defeat was a demon straight from hell, an abomination of the flesh, a walking apocalypse. I had to trap the dreadful creature in St. Paul's Church and set the building on fire. Without the advice of Michael, I don't know if I defeated my enemy. The flames cleansed the city of the demon's presence, and half of London burnt down. Ever since, I had dreamt of a red flood, of slaughter and rage. It's like the disaster has tainted my blood, my very soul. For the first time in centuries, I'm afraid. I shall crawl back to my retreat and pray to God for mercy for my infected soul. 1667. Elizabeth came to me. Then she felt my pain and rushed to save me. My poor daughter. Blinded by rage, intoxicated by the blood of hate, I bit her. She fled, shocked by my betrayal. I laughed and cried as she cursed me. God, have I betrayed you? Have you abandoned me? So that's why. 1712. My prayers have been heard. I found the strength to resist the need for blood, the never-ending hunger. My poor Elizabeth, will you ever forgive me? I heard you kill and take pleasure in bloodbath with this new prodigy of yours. You're a victim in all this. What have I done? I swear I'll find a way to make amends for what I've done to you. I swear I shall only resist how to appease the blood of hate. 1785. The Brotherhood of the St. Paul's Stole finally agreed to meet me in London. They proposed to meet me inside the new Cathedral of St. Paul. I like the wit and solemnity of these men. What a symbol to choose the place where I defeated the disaster, but also the place where I fell. I agreed to their proposition. There, in the sacred silence of the church and under the eye of God, they respectively listened to me. They acknowledged my victory against this evil creature, the Deus Astro, the eater of stars who only wished to spread death and pestilence all around her. Since they acknowledged my will to save London in 1666, they heard my request, my burning desire to stop the blood of hate. Their primate promised to come back with an answer. The primate of St. Paul wrote back to me with just a name, a tier of angels. According to him, this ancient artifact could heal anything, cleanse any blackened soul, and purify my blood. Blessed be the Lord, it took me more than a few hundred years to find a cure for the blood of hate, but I may have found it. Soon the rage shall end. Soon I may repair the wrong I did and cleanse my failures. Now I need to do is retrieve the necessary ingredients to create the artifact. Blood of the purest heart mixed with the blood of the king. To find such rare ingredients is not what worries me the most, for time is on my side. It's the last part that worries me, the pure essence of garlic. I'm afraid it'll literally hurt like hell when I drink the antidote. But if that's the price to pay to cleanse my soul and correct my mistakes, I'm ready to endure this excruciating pain. 1786. Finally managed to gather all the ingredients needed to concoct the tear of angels. Blood of the purest heart for fortitude, blood of a king for courage, garlic essence for the painful cleansing. After months of impatience, almost made me mad by the hunger. I waited again and again until Elizabeth cautiously came to me. As promised, I chained myself to be sure I would not attack her again. I did not recognize my sweet daughter at first, so she was only Lady Blackwood now, the dreadful mistress of the dark who took delight in slaughter and carnage in France. She smirked as I apologized and cried for what I afflicted her. She shouted back when I tried to explain that my bite had infected her. I'd given her the blood of hate, now burning in her veins, in her soul. I told her I found a cure and that I managed to create 1 dose of antidote. I gave it to her to give her back for a previous peaceful life. In exchange, I only asked her to take care of me, for I intended to be locked down in my tomb, chained if necessary, to impeach me from feeding on any mortal or immortal. She reluctantly took the tear of angels and left. Hope to see her again soon, cured and at peace. 1794. She came back to me finally, cured, healthy, joyful, my Elizabeth. She told me she had drunk the antidote about a year ago in France after witnessing and taking a part in the massacre of an entire orphanage caused by the blood of hate. That's when the Lady Blackwood died, she said. She promised she would take care of me now. That's all I ask, and I repent for all the murdered souls caused by my negligence of more than 100 years. A year later, my dearest daughter came back last week to tell me the good news. She's recently bought a castle in Scotland. She'll soon finance the renovation of the castle crypt to provide me a new retreat. Far from temptation, far from the noisy, crowded cities, I can't wait to embrace the solitude. Find the peace I need to refrain from killing. God, please give me the strength to resist the urges during my journey from London to my new domain. Before I leave, I should give a copy of these memoirs to the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, without the most shameful and sensible information, of course. Soon I shall leave London to pursue my penance. There I shall find peace at last, with the support of my resuscitated Elizabeth. And that's only up to 1795. So we know that William Marshall is down here. So it sounds like because of his negligence, he's got a bit of a bloody history.
Shall we abandon this then? Shall we lower our heads?
You told me that.
Blood is approaching. Old but young. How strange. Shall I drink it? Smite it?
No, Father. He is a friend. Please, rest. I'll take care of it.
Caution, Elizabeth. Deceit runs through these veins.
I know, Father. What took you so long, Jonathan?
She's just like, haha, you found me, eh?
Is this really him?
Yes. This is William Marshall, first Earl of Pembroke, servant of 5 mortal kings, former regent and saviour of England, the greatest knight who ever lived, according to some.
And you called him father.
For he gave me eternal life, and much more.
I have so many questions, Elizabeth.
You always had questions, Dr. Reed.
Now that I stand before you both, in this vault, I know not where to begin.
We still have a few minutes left.
Where are we? What is this place?
This is the Ashburn estate. I inherited the title, and I purchased the castle.
Is this your retreat? Something of a secret place?
It's more of a sanctuary, really. This is where I take care of my father. Ever since he became unwell.
I'm not afraid someone might discover you here. It's not that hard to find.
Do not assume that I would hesitate to silence anyone who tried to reveal my secret. Fortunately, it has rarely come to that.
Why did you flee here?
When you told me I was the healthy carrier, I had nowhere else to go.
You mean you had to return to the real source of this scourge?
Yes, to end it once and for all.
Will you go back to London?
No, Jonathan, I do not intend to.
And what of your daughter?
Charlotte is a strong, independent woman who is about to come into money. I took care of everything. Now it's time for her to shape her future.
I have destroyed the disaster, this creature that Harriet Jones had become. The epidemic is no more, and London will recover. In time.
Yes, you did well, Jonathan. You truly saved the city.
Yes, we did. Despite all obstacles. And I'm truly convinced we did it together, Elizabeth.
I cannot bear knowing I was the cause of all this, through the use of my own blood.
No. This catastrophe was the result of unethical experimentation. And the will of a creature so inexplicably evil, she exceeds all the terrible wonders I have seen since my death.
But it was my blood all along. My corrupted blood of hate. The poisoned blood of my father. The healthy carrier. That's all I am.
Why are you hiding William Marshall here?
How could I not take care of him? He sacrificed himself by giving me the only dose of antidote he had.
He gave you the antidote.
Yes. And in doing so, he knew he'd have to be confined here. And yet he volunteered. That's how great a man William Marshall was. And still is.
What do you do for him?
I visit him as often as possible. I paint the landscapes he will never see again. I feed him with my love.
You feed him. You barely sustain yourself on the weak blood of the dying, yet you give him your blood?
After he saved me from the blood rage, I swore I would never kill to feed. He said the same.
Is he dangerous?
What do you think? He is a thirsty echo who has not fed in centuries. An elder vampire, driven by an urge to kill and spread the blood of hate.
No redemption then.
And yet he thinks he has been offered immortality by the angels to protect the feeble and to smite the unholy.
Can he communicate?
Yes. Sometimes he even seems like the noble knight who saved and raised me. But you know, malice never fully leaves his eyes.
We could cure him.
It's too late. The blood of hate has run for too long. The antidote would not work on him. I tried. Believe me, I tried.
William Marshall infected you. He is the true, original carrier.
Yes. But he saved me by sacrificing himself.
Saved you? How?
The tears of angels. The cleansing of impure blood by an older, more powerful blood. It worked on me, did it not?
Yes. Blood is the definitive key to our species. Scales, cleansing, lineage. Do you really think it worked?
It has, Jonathan. I was nothing but a beast who took pleasure in slaughter. I roamed across Europe, weeping my bloody crop. It was the blood of hate. But my father's antidote cured me.
Who are you, really?
How could I answer that? I went through many lives and identities to reach this day. To you, I am Elizabeth Ashbury, and that's all I wish to be.
I need to know more. I want to know who you really are. Where you were born. Where you lived.
I was born Elizabeth Samantha Mary Englewood
How did you meet William Marshall?
He was an echo for centuries when he found me. He saved me from certain death by making me his progeny.
Why did he choose you?
You should ask him that.
Did you ever blame him?
Not even when he was infected and bit me. He is my father. He raised me. He taught me how to behave.
What about us?
What do you mean?
You know my feelings towards you, Elizabeth. But you left without a word. So I'm worried about your feelings towards me.
I love you, Jonathan. I've loved you since the moment I saw you rescue poor Mr. Hampton in that filthy slaughterhouse. Forgetting the danger as you turned your back, like the newborn fool you were.
You should have told me.
No, Jonathan. The William Marshall myth lies at the heart of so many hostile plans. I could not risk jeopardizing his safety.
So why did you come here? You knew I would follow you. I can't let you go.
Because I know now the blood of hate is still in my veins. No one but I can put an end to this tragedy.
I can help you. You can trust me, Elizabeth.
I know, Jonathan. You have been the most loyal ally these last few weeks. But this is my duty.
Would your protege agree to speak with me? I have so many questions for him.
Go on, Jonathan. But be careful.
Oh, yep, he's still wearing knight's garb.
Yes, so William. Oh my God. You really are William Marshall. You served Richard the Lionheart and his brother, King John. It is such a privilege to meet you.
I did in my day. Come closer if you want to speak. For my hearing isn't what it used to be.
I think your hearing is fine, sir.
What is it you want then?
I found your research on the antidote. The tears of the angels. What ingredients did you use?
Once I understood what the ingredients were, I used the tears of King Richard and the pure blood of the valiant Bodicea.
King Richard and Bodicea. How did you find such relics?
It took me many years to locate the hiding place. Then I had to learn the formula. If I recall, it belonged to an ancient brotherhood. The Order of St. Paul, I believe.
And did it work?
Yes. The tears cleansed my poor Elizabeth's blackened heart. It was such a blessing to see her smile again.
I found and defeated the disaster that was threatening to smite London. You should know that the city is safe for now, so
Then may I call you brother? Did you resist its poison? Even a scratch from a beast so evil could endanger you and all those you care for.
how did you defeat it?
We fought for hours. In the end, I had to lock her in St. Paul's Cathedral and burn the building down. I wanted to be sure she was destroyed.
You also defeated one in 1666. Who was it?
She was a malicious witch who spread plague throughout the city with her army of rats. She had been hiding in a bakery in Pudding Lane for months when I finally found her.
The blood of hate. How does it affect you? Do you feel it now?
The blood of hate? Yes. Nothing more than a sneeze, really. A sneeze held for so long, you could blow a fortress down if you released it.
I would like to ask you about vampires.
Vampires? What about them?
Considering your experience, please tell me what you know.
They are terrible creatures. I have seen
Where did you encounter such creatures?
The last time I saw one was in the Celtic temple near Salisbury. A terrible, god-forsaken place full of ghosts and pestilence.
Can we speak about Morrigan?
The Red Queen. What of her?
You met her, did you not?
Just once. But she never ceased to sing to me. I love her song. It is a song of blood and war. I only wish she would sometimes let me rest.
Do you know who she is?
I don't want to discuss this in front of my sweet Elizabeth.
Why?
For a time, she too could hear the red song. With the steps she danced to its melody brought pain upon the world.
Do you remember Merlin, your maker?
Only God is my maker, for he created everything on this earth. He blessed me with eternal life through his archangel, Michael.
But Merlin, Michael, is a vampire. He made you a blood-sucking creature of the night.
Blood, yes. I used to drink it from the throats of the unworthy. Then I was punished for my deceit. During my penance, I relied entirely upon my sweet Elizabeth.
Tell me about Elizabeth. How was she infected?
I do not wish to discuss it.
Please, Sir William. I need to know what the blood of hate is. How is it transmitted?
After defeating the disaster in St. Paul's Cathedral, I returned to my retreat, infected. This is where my sweet Elizabeth found me, for she heard my pain from across the sea.
Where is this retreat you mentioned?
In London, under Temple Church, beneath my empty tomb. I always loved to sleep there while listening to the bell above.
What happened then?
The blood of hate had twisted me into a rage-filled man. I attacked my progeny and infected her too. Forgive me, Elizabeth. I failed you.
You bit her again. Is that how she was infected with the disaster's blood? I think I understand now.
Elizabeth fled, and I fell to my knees, begging for forgiveness. I swore I would find a way to make things right.
How did you meet Elizabeth?
Times were tough. I had awakened to protect the land from a new plague. I heard her sing for her dead family. Singing for her death to come. I chose to save her.
When was that?
It was so long ago. A few years after Elizabeth of England and Catherine of France established their alliance against Spain.
What did you do?
I raised her as my progeny. After she left to see the world, I rebuilt her deceased parents' inn. Owned it as William Thorne for a time. Those were good years.
Did you really sacrifice yourself to save her?
That was the only righteous path. The blood of hate made me betray her. I am at peace here. I can think about what I've done and how I failed.
Do you not want to be cured?
No. This hunger is mine. I would feel empty without it. It has been part of me for so long. All I want is quiet. Silence.
You agreed to be confined here.
Yes. Once I was sure she was cured, I asked to be locked down here. I deserve it. The world needs it.
We could set you free. Let you out. Isn't that what you want?
I pray for the day I'll see the sky again. I have all but forgotten its colors. I could walk and do so many
Then will you stay here and repent?
Elizabeth told me it will not be long now. I cannot wait to feel the sweet caress of her hand on my cheek after so long as she releases me. Has the time come?
Yes, Father.
Why not unleash me then? See the sky a final time.
You already are the sky, and all its stars.
I'm not defeated, for I welcome the soul you bear, for it is mine.
You were never defeated, my lord. Farewell, Father. And to you also, Jonathan.
What do you mean?
I can't stand what I've become. This healthy carrier, as you put it. The flames will purify the poison that runs in my veins.
I won't allow this to happen.
I am death, Jonathan. Wherever I go, I can't stand it.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, champion of Murden, chosen to save England from the vampire epidemic. I could cure you.
What do you mean?
We are creatures of blood, Elizabeth. Everything about us is in our blood. With time I could perfect the antidote William Marshall gave you. Trust me, the time is on our side.
That is a risk I cannot take, Jonathan. I will bring another such disaster into this world.
Elizabeth, no. Trust me.
How could I trust you, Jonathan? How could I take such a chance?
I'll stay here with you then. As long as we must until I find a cure.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Jonathan. Despite his madness, William was strong enough to start the centuries. I doubt we can do the same.
We will lock ourselves down then. I'll get all the material I need and I'll perform the research here with you until you're cured.
Are you mad? Who would take care of us? Who would free us if it takes decades or even more?
Old Bridget will take care of us.
You're serious, aren't you? You really are ready to do this?
Dead serious, but I'm.
I can't do this. Please, stay with me.
I believe you. This is crazy. I believe you, Jonathan.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not dying anytime soon, so I don't see why not.
One prayer for the summoned, called by this song. Child,
People are reading. No one else is down there.
now the song is sung, and your path chosen. England is safe, for you have prevailed. I bid you farewell, my champion, bittersweet. You found yourself a newer quest, and so I leave you to it. My queen sleeps once again, and I'll soon join her slumber, until at last she rises, woken by the hunger never fed.
Complete the game. Alright, so that's the game. So yeah, basically the final boss was just fighting the Blood Queen, and then, yeah, Chapter 7 was purely just story. Which, to be fair, that was a lot of lore to dump towards the end. Was just like, oh yeah, just like, here's all the lore. So much lore. So I can add that to the game clear list. Woohoo! After essentially playing the game twice. Oh my dear lord. Yeah, that's definitely one thing I recommend to anyone playing this game. Unless you just want to torture yourself, do not play this on anything harder than easy mode. Normal is brutal. I can't even imagine what hard mode is like. Like, easy mode, it's actually enjoyable, and like there's still enough of a challenge, especially the boss fights. But yeah, like, once you get to some of those harder boss fights, like, just no matter what you do, it'll eventually cap you at, like, 5 levels below, in this case, Joffrey, and it's probably only going to get more difficult in the following boss fights. Like, you will just be stuck at least 5+ levels below the bosses, and there's nothing you could do about it. I mean, I know some people have probably beaten this game on harder, or maybe normal or hard difficulties, but my gosh. Because, I mean, with that, you can enjoy story mode, and just, like I said, not be torturing yourself. Although, yeah, I could definitely tell, like, you definitely gain less experiences. I think, like, even at that point, I was only at level 25, and I was defeating, like, almost level 40 enemies. Like, good gosh. Thank goodness I had, like, fully upgraded weapons. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip the credits. So yeah, I just called the epilogue. So yep, those two are off to go cure the epidemic once and for all, and probably goes into our time, if not later. Alright, so that's that. So that was about 2 hours and 15 minutes. I'm just debating on what to do next. Do I start a new playthrough, or do I just play Wheel of Fortune for 2 hours and 45 minutes? Yeah, I'm just going to play Wheel of Fortune, so, yeah, like I said, because I'm going to be going between systems, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream, come back in a few minutes with the Switch situated, and we'll go from there, so I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Right, first I have to escape from the game. Alright. So, now I'll be back in a few minutes.